Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I wanted to see if everything is well by me. Haderada Shuanji, Glorious E, Linda Sandoval. I hope everyone is well. And other chat managers, I appreciate your help. Maxine Ladouceur. Today's Thursday. Oh my God, the week is going by fast. I went to the dentist this morning too, so the day is going even faster. Thank God they didn't find any cavities. And I got to share this. The reason why, I'm sure a lot of you know about this, for over a year, I've not had any cavities, thank God. It's because, credit to my water flosser. And I bought a different one that has that variable knob. I had one that had 3 speeds, and that would cause me sores too often. So I bought another one with the knob. You can vary the speed from 1 to 10, I believe. So I have it at 2.5. That's what I can, and that doesn't give me any sores. Ugh. Anyway, I thought I would share that. I'm very happy. Next week I have to go for I have to go do get blood for my yearly checkup. So we got to do that. Having said that, I'm sure some of you have seen the speech that Trump gave last night, because of unfortunately the death of Charlie Kirk, and also how a lot of Republicans reacted and are continue to react to the assassination. I feel intuitively it's like, it's a talking point. They are told to do that because they expect people who are not either MAGAs or Trump fans are going to blame him. And truly, that's what I feel. So in order for them to blunt that reaction, they started blaming Democrats. But it's very obvious. First of all, what they are doing is not going to work because they are being ridiculed, and using Charlie Kirk's death to do this is really, to me, is below the belt. But here we are. I feel they will catch the person who committed the crime. It may take a little while, a few days. A lot of people are saying it's a foreign, they are saying so many things, it's unbelievable to me. And some of them are calling for retaliation and war. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But it feels like to me the person who did this has a very, I'm looking for the right word, the type of person who likes to have his way, very strong, like when he wants something, or if he makes up his mind about something, he's going to carry it out, right or wrong. That's the way I am getting him. And I am not getting a sense, although they said they found some kind of writing, they found a rifle, and there's some kind of writing that's saying anti-fascist and something about trans people. That's not a liberal or a conservative bent in any way. I feel like saying this person has conservative belief because of the way I'm picking up his personality. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find somebody that I could, say he is like this person, but I wouldn't be surprised if he shares certain personality characteristics with Charlie Kirk. The only thing is, he feels like the only way to resolve his differences with others is using a weapon. Whereas Charlie Kirk, he decided to use speech, although, like I said, I'm not a fan of his. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his family. And those of you who have been with me for a while will remember a few years ago, I was complaining about people like him, Tim Pool, Kevin Roberts, who were basically calling for civil war in this country. And I told them and I warned them. Those of you who have been with me for a while, I hope you remember, I've told that story a number of times. I told them, wrong way to go, and they're going to start something they're not going to be able to finish. And also the other side effects, okay? When you trigger violence, it's very easy, very hard. I'm taking that back, not easy. Very hard to stop it. Thank you very much, Lisa OD, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Lisa says, thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. But yes, it's very difficult to stop violence. And I know, and also somebody posted yesterday, she doesn't mean to disrespect me in any way, but she complained that I don't give anyone hope because of the way I present what I am getting intuitively. I'm not trying to scare anyone. And I've been complaining about violence. And I've said I wish somebody from the top would watch my videos. At least they would know what's coming. Do something. That's what I'm trying to do. Call attention to the powers that be to pay attention, because we are heading in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, what happened yesterday, the way Republicans are talking, and Trump, and the other thing with some and the MAGA or some conservatives, I think he's MAGA too, Kevin Roberts, they have some kind of thought that because Democrats, they try to negotiate, we try to, like the Democrats in Congress, they try to make deals. They think it's a weakness. And so if they go out in the offense threatening us, and that's why you see a lot of them going, so I don't care, we want war and blah, 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 we're going to take revenge. It's the same thing. They think they are the only one who know how to use guns. And they're going to be able to perpetrate their violence on us, those who are not. I'm not a MAGA. I don't believe, in that philosophy at all. Yes, I think America is a great country. I thank God every day that my father came here and he brought me here, and I've had an amazing life, full of challenges, but that's okay. I'm happy. So I don't want anything wrong to go wrong with this country. I don't have any kids, but I have nieces and nephews. So, and I'm going to continue speaking that's my way of contributing to preserving our democracy, as opposed to what these people, they have no idea where they're going, because I've lived where they want to take this country. I don't want to go back. So having said that, we don't have the leadership necessary in the White House or among Republicans that I've seen to get us out of this situation. I'm hoping for the best. Trump's automatic answer was, he was going to do something. It's a threat. Everything with these people, as if you notice on Twitter, blame Democrats. It's only going to create more violence. And no, Democrats will fight back. But the point I'm trying to make is that's not the right way to solve the differences, our differences. And it's not going to work. But some people won't listen. I hope they do find the person, and intuitively, my prediction is they will find him. Okay? And like in the past, those who are blaming Democrats or people who don't believe in their MAGA philosophy for perpetrating this crime, I doubt it. This person who committed this crime is very angry. That's the problem. And also, I've been meaning to mention this, but we've had so much going on, I keep forgetting. For the past week, the decisions that the Supreme Court is making is not helping either. And the last decision allowing ICE to roam around and pick up people of color definitely, intuitively I felt, and still feel, is going to cause violence. Because you don't know the ICE agents. They may see somebody who with brown skin, who's an American, but they don't know. Because he's brown skin, they go and approach him, or if he's in his car or something like that, and they go and approach the person. And you don't know what kind of disposition the person is in, if they're pissed off or angry or something. And then violence ensued. And not only that, we have people in this country, or in society, whether in this country or any place else, just like that young gentleman who committed this act, okay, they feel put upon. And when you say, saying, well, ICE can go and pick up people with brown skin, and you basically push them over the edge. So they're going to do something. Okay? There are a lot of angry people out there, and they are not only in the MAGA crowd. And it's because of decisions coming down from people who supposed to be very smart, who are at the top of the leadership of this country, the Supreme Court justices. They're not helping. And I would be surprised if they change. They will change. Like I've said before, once they notice Americans are not going to put up with their shenanigans, that's when they're going to change course, among potentially other things that can happen. But my friends, I don't put my hopes high that the leadership that I'm seeing, there are some good Republicans who understand where we are and wants to jump in hand and fix the situation. But Trump is going to make it impossible. And that's what I feel. It's going to take a miracle. Somebody, maybe his wife, because I'm saying his wife for a reason, Melania. It feels like to me she's very concerned, and I've mentioned that before, okay, about some of the stuff that he's doing. She's not very happy about the way he's handling his duties, the way he carries himself. As we know, some of you have told me who are familiar with sundown, people suffering from a dementia or some kind of mental illness, and it causes agitation, and Trump is exhibiting those behaviors, and Melania doesn't know how to handle Trump. He's already, given his personality, instead of getting better, it gets worse. Because he doesn't, mentally, he cannot handle the situation. And he's been lashing out at anything. So he's been lashing out more and more. And she sees that more than we do. And she's very concerned that he is president of this country. We're not going to hear that from those people. We will hear about what I am saying later on, after this guy leaves the White House. But right now, like I've said before, he's a means to an end. Republicans want him there. They're going to use him as much as they possibly can. And then, let me tell you one more thing as I'm saying this. Don't be surprised if I've mentioned before, they may remove him. Okay? Don't be surprised if it's over him lashing out or doing it too often or giving orders to our military or other people to do things that are against the law, just like striking that boat. They're not going to get away with it until we have here. But for now, it's put in the back burner. Unfortunately, our servicemen and women may get caught in that situation. But Melania, behind the scenes, and other members of his family, but they're not going to leave. They don't care. The only way the Trumps, it's not only Donald Trump will leave the White House, just like before, shoo him out. Shoo. Yeah, that's the only way. He's not just going to get up, or his family are not going to suggest that he leaves. Now, Melania is aware. She's terrified. She understands that Trump is putting all of them in a dangerous position. And you know the other thing? There's a division between Melania and the rest of the family. I mean, they talk, they are civil to one another and stuff like that. You won't know. Okay. But sitting down as a family, and I'm not criticizing them for that. This is something, stepmoms, a lot of time they are misunderstood, and they don't get along with their stepkids. Happens every day. I'm not saying, judging them, passing judgment on them, but I'm just saying, because of that lack of communication, okay, she understands what's going on, because understand this, she wasn't born here. She understands exactly where Trump wants to take this country. She knows it's wrong. Remember, she was born in Eastern Europe. She understands dictatorship. The only thing she's thankful for, she's not at the receiving end of it. Meaning, she's not at our level. Trump can get up one day and start, he's going to sue you and ruin you, because the money is not coming from out of his pocket to sue you or do something to you. He simply called Bundy and said, "Sick Bundy on you." Okay, so she's not on the receiving end at our level. That's the only difference. But she understands exactly what Trump is trying to do. She thinks it's dangerous. She knows, not thinks. She knows it's dangerous. She knows where Trump is taking the family, or the direction. Not only Trump is taking the country, but there is a level of fear and the family as well. But Melania, it feels like to me intuitively, Barron has no idea. He's clueless. Okay? But Melania understands exactly where we are and potentially what can happen and what has happened to the family or families of former dictators. She is thinking about all those things. But because there is no communication between her and the rest of the family, who may have more influence on Trump than she does, or at least the two of them could talk to him, doesn't exist. That's a problem, it feels like to me. So, the Trumps are not going to convince Trump to leave. The people I've been feeling this for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they do the 25th Amendment. And like I said, high-level Republicans are paying attention. They are watching. Okay? I don't know for certain if it's 25th Amendment, what's going to cause, that's going to trigger some kind of decision. But I wouldn't be surprised, because if you notice lately, his reactions have been to basically commit violence. He wants to deploy the military. He wants to, do all kinds of violent things to people. And if you watch his speech last night, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's threats. That's not going to solve anything. And where we are, he cannot. He doesn't have the skills, the intelligence level, all the emotional maturity to do what Bush did after 9/11. Okay? Because we could have oppressed Muslims. He stood up and said, no, don't expect Trump to do that. In fact, my prediction is he's going to try to exploit the assassination of this young man the best he can, even if he can use it, even for that matter, to stop the Epstein scandal. Watch. And intuitively, I feel like saying that was probably part or what was on his mind last night when he gave the speech, blaming Democrats for, accusing Democrats of committing this act. He's going to use anything and everything he can to move the Epstein scandal off the front page. It's not going to happen, but that doesn't mean he won't try. So we don't have leadership right now that's going to be able to stop the path we are on. It's going to take all of us to make a difference and stop it. But unfortunately, we may lose some more people. I hope I'm wrong. Okay? But at least expect attempts. I mean, 2 or 3, we've lost this past year, 2 or 3 Democratic lawmakers. Trump didn't even go to the funeral. So I'm not expecting, intuitively, I'm not expecting him to help in a positive way. And he has other problems. If he can use this, he will use it. That's my prediction. What I feel, I'm answering the second part of the title, is there anyone capable of leading? We have other people who are not in government. I feel that there are going to be opportunities for them to speak out. The Obamas of this world, or the former leaders, Trump, Bush, Clinton. Clinton less, it feels like to me he's less influence today. He has less influence today. It feels like to me, maybe it's my perception, okay? But all these people will contribute. I'm simply citing 3 of them, but there are going to be more people who are feeling, and I should mention people from the military as well, will speak up to fill the void that people we have, elected officials that should be doing this, are incapable of doing. That's what I feel is going to make the difference. And, activists, peaceful activists, who are going to stand up as well. But don't expect much from the White House. And, the vitriol is going to continue. And also the same thing for some MAGA influencers. I'm not intuitively, I'm not expecting much. But I want to make sure I emphasize this. This will pass. We will recover. And this country will be a better country, and we will have economic success in the future. Thank God. The reason why this country is so successful is because of immigrants, very creative people, the freedom we enjoy. People don't feel like they have to be afraid. They have to look over their shoulders. And that's what they're trying to create right now in this country, looking over your shoulder. But it's not going to work. Things are going to change for the better. It may take another year or so. Okay, I'm not promising a year now. I have to make sure, I can confuse time. It's going to take more than a year. Like I said, a year or so. I'm not saying the economy is going to change in a year. It's going to take a few more years. Okay, but our standard of living right now is suffering. That will change. Our economy, our leadership in the world, all those things, we will get back on track. I can't promise anyone it's going to be tomorrow because I'll be lying to you. Not happening tomorrow. Absolutely not. Somebody asked me a question as I'm saying this. For some reason, I'm thinking of it. Oh yeah, I answered it. Somebody asked me what should we expect from all those things that are happening. There are enough good people in this country, more good people than bad. We will get ourselves out of this and be a better country. And yes, we will open our arms again to immigrants, regardless of what some people, they are accusing immigrants of everything. That's not going to change. I predicted when they started talking, when Trump took office and how they were going to treat immigrants, I said, forget it. It's not going to work. It's not working. Americans are saying no. And they're going to continue to say no. So intuitively, I feel, regardless of what they are doing, the engine that keeps this country going will be repaired better than new. We will get back on. For those who feel I'm being negative. No, I'm being honest. And a lot of stuff, even from you who have feedback from, a lot of you have told me, a lot of things that I predicted even years ago have happened. So if I were to come here and tell you stories and then none of it happened, all these pretty stuff running around, telling you pretty stories. Somebody's going to die tomorrow, or they're going to bring back Kamala. I wish it was possible. Not happening. I'm sorry. I wish that was true too. But no. I'm going to tell you the way it is. And yes, we will get over all of this. And we will be a better country. Hang in there. That's my prediction. Let me see. I don't want to keep talking too long. Craig Dixon says, those who live by the sword die by the sword. For sure. Summer Virgo 81 says, I'm sorry. Something about the next protest or march that's come. Okay, there you go. How will the rally look like on October 18th? I feel fine. You know, a lot of people you see making threats, they are cowards. They just have big mouth. Okay. The people we have to worry about, we don't know them. Okay, but I don't feel anything is going to happen during those marches. And people are watching, people are aware. And lucky for us, the leaders of those marches are telling everybody, and they have people walking around looking for troublemakers. And I've not been to one, but I watch videos of like permaculture and other videos. I'm sorry, somebody mentioned another one. I didn't write the name down, but there are a couple of videos online, when people go and I watch the videos, what happened. Yeah, they have people surveilling what's going on and to ask troublemakers nicely to leave. So, but it's the people who are very quiet, they're not saying anything, they're just taking it all in, on one day they explode. Those are the one to be careful about. I'm not saying the big mouth won't react, but most of the time they are cowards. Okay, so but I don't see anything bad. In fact, the protest is going to intensify. I've been saying this for a while. Late, but yeah, because Trump is going to do something. I don't remember exactly when I said it, the day before yesterday. There is something he's going to do that's going to trigger a lot of people. Let's see what happens. The protest is going to increase tremendously. That's my prediction. So, Summer Virgo 81, I wouldn't worry. I mean, please, you know, those of us who attend peaceful rallies, always be aware of our surroundings, always. But I feel it's going to be okay. Glorious, he said, of course we'll get back. We moved on from the Civil War. True. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Coyote Rosenbaum 91 says, that's true. We all need to stand up and speak the truth, what this administration is doing and what is happening in this country. Oh, yes. Otherwise, if we stay, you're right, Coyote. If we don't say anything, it's only going to get worse. And that's what they want to do. Hi, Julian Wilson, you're welcome. Thank you for your support. That's what they want us to do. They want to shut us up. Don't say anything. Scare us. We can't let that happen. We have to continue to speak up. And those who go and peacefully protest, we have to continue doing it. I mean, there is, I believe it's Burma. They had, I don't know the story very well, but they had some kind of dictatorship government within the past week or two. I'm sure some of you know, you're probably going to post it and I will read it. The dictator ran away. Peaceful protest works. Absolutely. Okay. Vivian Reyes says, will this incident keep this administration another term? No. Let me tell you. I mean, like I said earlier, some people are going to try to cash in. Believe me, as I'm saying this, I can see them sitting around around a table, trying to figure out how they can exploit this. Make no mistake about it. But it's not going to work because regardless, I mean, 31, that's young, okay? When I was 31, I mean, even now, I don't want to go, but I accept it. I have to go. But through violence, the way it happened, I disagree with it. But he has said, he wasn't a saint, let's put it that way. He has insulted a lot of people. That's going to be the problem. And also, the other reason that's going to blunt any kind of exploitation of his assassination, Trump did not go to the funeral of the two Democratic leaders that were assassinated in Minnesota, I think. Okay. Two died, and two, thank God, they recovered from their wounds that were attempted assassinations. And that guy had a list of liberal lawmakers he wanted to hit. Thank God that didn't happen. Among other things Trump has done. So there are counter arguments to anything, intuitively I feel, that those who are experts in creating opportunities, okay, to do, for example, keep Trump or Republicans in power another term. It's not going to happen. This is separate. So, but what's going to stop them is what Trump and others have been engaging in. Okay, and also that big beautiful bill, not going to help at all. Hospitals are already closing, among other side effects from that bill. No. And also the economy, forget it, my friends. No, it's not going to work. Belinda said, I saw a video by Keith Edward that showed people behind Kirk making weird signs. Then the shot rang out. Scary. Do you think it was an inside job? Definitely seems professional. Professional, absolutely. When I say professional, this person is okay. He was 200 yards away. I've been to the gun, the shooting thing. I don't mention it because it's not important. To the shooting range in my area a couple of times. Okay. It takes an expert to be able to shoot from 200 yards. I know to somebody, I don't know if I can use a rifle to shoot 200 yards. I've never tried it. I'm not going to tell you, I can do it. Okay. I don't think it's that easy because I don't know how windy it was at that, where, and Utah that day. There's a little bit of calculation. You have to get training. So yes, you have to understanding the dynamics of when the projectile leaves the barrel of the gun, depending on wind speed and everything like that, to position it so it lands. That thing hits this young man in the neck. It could have been here, in the chest and the body area. The person did it. It's where the person did it. I saw it once. I don't want to see it again. I just popped on it. I did not know I was going to see the shooting. I didn't go looking for it. Okay, I don't want to be viewing that stuff, but it was far enough. It doesn't have as much of an impact on me as if I saw it close. But the point I'm trying to make is, from 200 yards away, to shoot somebody in the neck, it's not luck. No. Oh my God. And from 200 yards away, our neck is probably even if you had a huge neck, that's not an easy target. So the person, yeah, but I don't think it was a professional job or an organization or anything like that. It feels like to me someone who got pissed off. Just like, okay, you know who's coming to mind? The young gentleman who killed the CEO of United Healthcare. That's the example they are giving me. Tomato, the person who committed this act. So let's see what happens. I forgot his name. Marine 8 says Charlie was wearing a body armor suit. I don't think so. He was wearing a t-shirt. He had security with him. Well, maybe you're right. I'll look into it. I didn't hear anybody talk about that, but that would have been smart, Marilyn H. I would wear one, you know. You got to make it, I mean, if the person is close, not much you can do. But 200 yards away, if you have body armor and all that kind of stuff, yeah. Because if the person is, thank you very much, Vicky L. Luigi Mengioni. Yeah, that's the person, I couldn't remember his name. All right, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Like I said yesterday afternoon, let's say a prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family, you know, and also a prayer for our country, because we are in troubled water, but we will get out. Hang in there. If you like the channel, and I'm still trying to get to 1 million, please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiro.com, or call me, text me on my YouTube number. Please, everyone, give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, unless something major happens later, but I doubt it. Carmen Nanali says, was he a sacrificial lamb? I doubt it. I'm not getting that. You know, that's very possible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is very possible, but I'm not getting that. Let's see what happens. Okay, everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye.